Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, I wanted to take a basic sphere and in ZBrush turn it into something super fun, just a stylized, crazy head, essentially just concepting out some ideas and see what we come up with, essentially just using mostly move, a little bit inflate, and of course my favorite clay buildup. So at the end we should have a fun little sculpt, and at the same time I thought maybe we should address and talk about a few things that I currently see in the space and just my own 2 cents, my own point of view of what's going on. All right, so let's jump in and see what happens. All right, so just so you know, none of this is scripted. This is just me having fun and just sharing my point of view. So normally I make these tutorials as a step-by-step instructions, as you know, and I don't know, I just thought maybe I'll mix it up a little bit and just do something a little different and a little more fun. So in here you could see I just literally took a Dynamesh sphere. You can see on the bottom right it says Dynamesh 128, and I just started sculpting a stylized head, and the idea was just to create something that is exaggerated, fun, and playful. I don't really know if this is going to be like a full character or anything, but I thought it was kind of a cool facial exaggerated features, right? And you could see it, like I'm using the most basic workflow possible. Even for the ears, I just messed them out and pulled them out. So it's like using 4 brushes this entire time and just showing how incredible ZBrush is as just playfully maintaining the ability that you don't need to get into anything complex. You could just use a couple brushes and, you know, have fun and do really cool stuff. It's essentially just like real sculpting, right? If you're sculpting on the table with a block of clay, I mean, what you're using your hands and just maybe a couple of tools, a knife, a couple of toothpicks, right? So it doesn't really require a lot, and that's why I keep making these videos. I'm trying to inspire new artists to see that, you know, you can just jump in and just play. That's how I see it. And speaking of playing, let's address the elephant in the room. Like, what is going on with this whole 3D industry? So in my personal opinion, you know, of course, every 3D channel has made videos on this, expressing what they think is going on. Personally, I don't think that it's AI per se. I don't think it's anyone to blame. I don't think it's the, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just COVID overhiring and now the industry is balancing back up. I think that's probably valid to a certain degree, but it just feels like it's a much, much larger thing that's happening in not just our 3D industry. It's the movie industry, the music industry, it's every single industry. And you could say, well, yeah, it's AI, right? It's coming in, it's taking people's jobs. I think to a certain degree, again, I think maybe that's the case, but I really think it's a bigger change. I think it's honestly, just my 2 cents. I think it's a planetary change. I think it's a shift in consciousness, to be honest with you. I think the world is evolving, it's changing, and the old systems are crumbling. You know, they're all so corrupted. We all know this, right? We try not to talk about it, but we all know how corrupted everything is. And it's no longer standing and functioning the way it used to be, right? I think the things that people used to get away with, you know, behind closed doors, all the stuff, it just literally doesn't work. And if you don't bring in spirituality and consciousness into this, then I think you're not playing with the full deck. I think it's a much larger game, right? In my personal opinion, I keep saying that. That's just my own 2 cents. I feel like this is a game of evolution, right? Our planet is evolving. It's going to change. It really does feel, to me personally, you guys, like the old world has died or is dying or fading away, and the new one hasn't been born yet, right? We don't really know what new jobs are going to be created with this new technology. We don't really know how it's going to unfold with all this stuff. So it's very uncertain, and of course that creates a lot of fear. And you know, one thing I will say, at the end of the day, if you take into consideration what is art, right? This joy that at least I personally get, right? I don't know how about you, whoever's watching this, but I personally get so much joy from sculpting and doing art. I don't really care if some AI tool can manifest or generate this in seconds, right? It's almost like going to a restaurant, sitting down, and then the waiter says, just press this button and you'll be full. Well, I don't want that, right? I want to chew my food. I want to smell it. I want to talk to my friends. Like, I want the whole experience, right? I don't want to just press the button and have everyone be full and then we leave. Like, that's insane to me. So I feel like art is very similar to that. It's not going to die off or go away. That's not possible, right? As long as we are humans. So as long as we stay humans and don't turn into some kind of cyborgs or AI robots walking around, I think we'll always crave that need to express yourself, that need to share your vision and your passion. And then most importantly, on the spiritual level, right? It's connecting to, whatever you want to call it, divine oneness, the universe, God, all of that, right? You're channeling that energy and you are expressing it into this world. If you don't do that, essentially, in my opinion, you are going to die off because you're cutting off that life force energy. And if you just use all this technology and all these tools to just prompt stuff out and have the output of just one button thing, you're not really participating in living, right? And then who's going to watch the content that is being produced? I think to a certain degree right now, there's a lot of interest because it's just people are fascinated by the technology and they're also watching it to see where it's all headed. But let's be honest, who is going to watch only AI films that have nothing to do with human beings? I think eventually at some point that's just going to fade away and people are going to be interested in real stories and things that are human made. I think it's perfectly fine to use AI for assistance like explosions and background props, but as far as generating an entire game or a movie or film or animation where it's just prompt based, regardless of how good it is, there's something, I don't know, personally I find it a little bit creepy, right? Again, right now it's really fascinating to see what the technology can do, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's going to work as a full replacement, right? It could probably work as an integration, a mix, but not a full replacement. So either way, if you enjoy 3D and you enjoy modeling and you enjoy sculpting, enjoy forms and shapes, that will never go away. That will just evolve and continue finding its place in various ways. So for anyone who is debating on whether you should head down this journey and spend probably months or years learning a tool, I think at the end of the day, as long as you follow your passion, your heart, you'll always win because you are expressing something that is a lot bigger than you, right? And that is literally the only reason for being alive, right? It's the purpose that we are all seeking. So my advice and my 2 cents would be to continue learning both, right? I think you should learn the traditional art because you are expressing yourself and you are pouring your soul into it. And then you should probably also keep up with the AI tools because that's going to be important for moving forward, at least, right? For sure, if you get a position, you are going to be required to probably know and use both. And you know what? Even if you say at some point in the near future, there'll be no need for traditional art or sculpting. All right, even if that argument is valid, you still need the eye, the understanding of what good is, right? So when you're creating or generating things, you still need to understand what works, what doesn't work, what is a good story, what is a good lighting, what is a good shape, what is a good form. And for you to comprehend all of that, you still need basic traditional understanding, right? So either way, that part will never go away. But I would love to get your feedback. Let me know what you think about all of this craziness that we are all experiencing and going through. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in our next video.